a multiplier effect across all other the development areas. Collectively, we all can break the bias. Now, I request everyone to stand up for BSG prayer. Prarthana Suru.
दया कर दान भक्ति का हमें परमात्मा देना, दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना, हमारे ज्ञान में आओ प्रभु, आँखों में बस जाओ, अंधेरे दिल में आकर के परम ज्योति जगा देना, बहा दो प्रेम की गंगा, दिलों में प्रेम का सागर, हमें आपस में मिलजुल कर प्रभु रहना सिखा देना, हमारा कर्म हो सेवा, हमारा धर्म हो सेवा, सदा ईमान हो सेवा, वो सेवक चर बना देना, वतन के वास्ते जीना, वतन के वास्ते मरना, वतन पर जान फिदा करना, प्रभु हमको सिखा देना, दया कर दान भक्ति का हमें परमात्मा देना, दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना।
Thank you everyone. Please be seated.
अब मैं ओपनिंग सेरेमनी के लिए रिस्पेक्टेड मिस एम.एन. माचम्मा मैम, डिप्टी डायरेक्टर गाइड द भारत स्काउट एंड गाइड को आमंत्रित करती हूँ।
Good evening to everyone.
Good evening, madam.
First of all, I wish all those who have present to witness this celebration of this year's International Women's Day a very happy Women's Day. This year's Women's Day has got a very good stable theme, that is gender biases. That is nothing but gender equality today for a sustainable tomorrow. For this program, our additional Chief National Commissioner, Sir M.A. Khalid, is the chief guest. I think due to net issue or some problem, he could not join. Anyway, on behalf of Bharat Scouts and Guide and those who are present over here, I extend a hearty welcome to Sir. Shortly, he's going to join. There is no doubt in that. Apart from this, I've just extend welcome to our Vice President, Madam Bimla Bidwani from Rajasthan State, and also the State Secretary of Assam State, who is going to speak on the theme, that is Madam Arunima Devi, who is one of the trainer too. Apart from this, Bhagyashri, who is a coordinator for the Wax Initiative from Maharashtra State, and more than anything and everyone, I extend a hearty welcome to our officiating director, Dashana Pavaskar. Also, I welcome all the participants, the witnessee of this program on behalf of Bharat Scouts and Guide, and also on behalf of I myself. Once again, welcome to everyone and wishes for the International Women's Day with the special theme, gender biases. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words and inaugurating the event.
चलिए हम देखते हैं कि वाइसनेस क्या होता है।
IT team, please share the video. I request IT team to share the video. I request our IT team to share the video on biasness.
Bias is a wall. Every word is a brick. Saliva is cement hardening the way that we think about gender or a group of people. A wall that separates us from the fact that we are all equal. An empowered girl is a hurricane that can paint the world in sunsets. Bias is a wall that tries to stop her, but her hurricane isn't done yet. An empowered girl can lead the world into change, and she can guide us into a place that's new. This is a poem to you. Let's break the bias. Bias is a wall that justifies someone laying their hands on their partner. When a woman wears bruises around her neck like perfume, it doesn't start with a fist. It starts with an idea that we hold or assume. Ideas like, women don't deserve to be in a presidential seat, but when a baby is born, a woman is the first leader that they meet. Or a woman shouldn't get the job simply because of a name on a resume. Or talking over a little girl because you don't see value in what she has to say. Or that women of color are aggressive. When I think we're just strong. And it is our strength that has the power to transform a scream into a song. An empowered girl is a lit matchstick that can burn into a fire. We need to knock down this wall so she can climb onto the rubble and stand higher. Let's break the bias. We can break the bias by knocking it down brick by brick. We can start by diversifying the friends that we pick. We can become conscious of our bias, conscious of the way that we treat people because of their age, education, or gender. It is through being conscious that a timber heart can become tender. We can remember that being biased doesn't make you a bad person. You can knock down a wall and turn it into stairs. It is through having the courage to confront your prejudice that you can show the world that you care. The future is calling on you to shape it. Will you be there? Let's break the bias.
Thank you so much, IT team, for this wonderful video. I hope everyone gets a clear idea about what are the biases running in our community. So if I also ask this question, will you break the bias? I request our participant to respond in the chat box. Till then, moving ahead, I would like to invite on screen our respected Arunima Devi Ma'am, in charge State Secretary, Assam State, to deliver the session on biases. Arunima Devi Ma'am, please.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. You are completely audible.
Yes. Good evening, everyone, and very.
I request our participants to mute themselves while our speaker is speaking. Yes, ma'am. Please continue.
Yes. Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am. Completely.
Yes. Well, at the outset, I would like to wish each and every one a very happy International Women's Day. Yes, I know there are men around too who would think, why wish us Women's Day? Well, men, you are also born from a woman. And this is to wish you, the son of a woman, a happy Women's Day. Well, the theme of this year's Women's Day is to break the bias, to break the gender inequality. And if we can do that, there will be a sustained future. When we talk about gender equality, the gender equality actually starts at home. What happens in most families is that when a boy is born, there is much celebration. In fact, in the place from where I come, when a boy is born, then what they do is they distribute fish among the relatives. But when a girl is born, they distribute sweets to the family, to the other family members. So this here starts the bias. The bias of a boy and a girl, the difference between the boy and a girl. But to break this bias, to break this inequality among the genders, the whole starts in the family. When in a family, girls are treated as equals, then this bias does not really arise. I come from a state, I was born in a state which is matrilineal in nature. In fact, though I am from Assam, I was born in Meghalaya, where the society is matrilineal, where women are held in high esteem. And it may be very surprising for many people is that when the property of the family is distributed, the girls get the highest share, which is not done in many other parts of the country. In fact, the youngest daughter gets the largest share of the family property. In my family, I am from Assam. It's a little different. We are not a matrilineal society. It is a patriarchal society. But here too, there is a great difference. Ours was a joint family. My uncle had 3 daughters, and my father, had 3 daughters too. I am now almost 64, and my eldest cousin is about 17 years old. The thing is, in our families, in those very olden days, long back, about 50 years back, my eldest cousin was allowed to co-act with male actors on stage. And that was the background of the family. It was the family support which made her equal to the men in those societies. When we fall down and cry, our parents tell us, why did you fall in the first place? So stop crying. And that is how we became independent to stand on our own 2 feet. And that bias was removed. Later on, you know, when we 3 sisters have to look after our parents, and our parents were getting old, and my father was quite sick at that time, we would often ask him, because at that time we were all married. And then my father would say, Mera beta hai na. It was that very, very popular jingle from life insurance company, which they use for advertisement. And my father would love that and say, Mera beta hai na. So, you know, when we talk about this bias, this gender inequality, it all starts in the family. So now to remove that, our duty starts at home. At home, when a boy is born, we should always make him understand, look, son, you are not greater than your sister. You are all equal. You're born from one mother, the same mother, so you should all be equal. Sometimes I notice the fault is with us. A few weeks back, when I was traveling by the city bus, I saw a lady with a small little son of about 10 years sitting on a seat which was meant for the ladies. One elderly lady entered the bus, and the mother did not allow her son to leave the seat. She herself stood up and asked this elderly lady to take her seat. I was a little upset about that, and I questioned this lady. Well, madam, why did you stand up? You could have made your son stand up and leave the seat for the elderly lady. She told me he's still young. But look, I said, when you're not asking your son to leave a seat for a lady, this is the first lesson where they learn to respect a woman. And when that doesn't happen right from childhood, they will never learn to respect a woman when they grow up. So these things are with us. We as women, we as mothers, it is our duty to teach our young sons, our young daughters, that you are equal to everyone. You are not to dominate the ones who are weaker. And only then, when this bias is removed, the society can be sustained. We can have a sustained future where each one will have the equal rights to stand up on their own. There would be no fear of a woman being hurt in a dark street. No. And if really there is a threat somewhere, she will not crouch down in fear, but fight back for her rights, fight back and say, I can stand on my own 2 feet. Thank you, everyone. Wish you a very, very happy International Women's Day. Stand up for your rights, women, and also teach your sons, teach your brothers to fight for the rights of women. And then, of course, we will have a sustained future. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for enlightening our knowledge on biases. Yes, ma'am, we are also inspired by rewards, and we agree with you that biasness can be break by taking action from home. Like charity starts from home, then equality also starts from home. Moving ahead, now I invite Ms. Himanshi Tomar, Country Project Manager, Her World, Her Voice, to share and let us know how we can break the biases.
Thank you so much, Devashish. And thank you to Arunima ma'am as well. Although ma'am already बहुत अच्छे से cover कर चुके हैं कि biases होते क्या हैं, साथ ही साथ उसे break कैसे किया जाता है, कैसे वो घर से ही शुरू होते हैं और कैसे ही हम घर से ही शुरुआत कर सकते हैं कि आगे चल के या फिर जब से ही हम बचपन से ही biasness को समझें और कोशिश करें कि हम किसी के साथ भी bias ना हो. But before we go ahead today and start and see in detail कि हम किसी भी bias को break कैसे कर सकते हैं, because I know सभी लोगों के दिमाग में चल रहा होगा कि 1-2 महीने से ये bias सुन के हम लोगों को समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है what it is, like क्या बला है ये bias, right? But before we go ahead and get into depth कि हम इसे कैसे solve कर सकते हैं, कैसे किसी के साथ bias होने से बच सकते हैं, I have a really lovely video from one of our groups who have presented a street play, a Nukkad Natak in their area, and which was really overwhelming to see and hear their voices. So I request my colleague, Ms. Madhushri, to please share that video with all of us.
हो गई मनोव्यथा कुछ ऐसी, रही लड़की मानो एक पिंजर जैसी। ना कोई अपना, ना कोई सपना, ना कोई सुख दुख का मोल, ना पढ़ाई ना लिखाई, बस घर का काम यही है उसके लिए वो।
क्या चाहे लड़की का मन, क्या चाहे लड़की का मन, ये आज जताते हैं वो पढ़े वो उड़े, पर कैसे ये सबको बतलाते हैं।
ये क्या लगा रखा है लड़की पढ़ाओ लड़की पढ़ाओ। अगर सब पढ़ने लगी, सब उड़ने लगी तो बस फिर बस बैठा कर संसार। तो फिर वो दिन दूर नहीं जब लड़कियां लड़कों पर राज करेंगी।
हाँ तो इसमें गलत ही क्या है संजू। आजकल लड़का लड़की सब एक बराबर है, कंधे से कंधे मिलाकर चलने वाले। वो कहते हैं ना, लड़का अगर एक घर का चिराग है तो लड़की 2 घरों की रोशनी है।
सच कहा। मेरे घर में, मुझ में और मेरी बहन में कोई भेदभाव नहीं किया जाता। खिलौने भी एक जैसे, किताबें भी एक जैसी, प्यार भी एक जैसा, डांट भी एक जैसी।
पर मेरे प्यारे भैया, दुनिया को क्या मुंह दिखाओगे? क्या आने वाले समय में खुद डोली में बैठ के जाओगे? हाँ, छोड़ दो लोक लाज, पढ़ाओ पढ़ाओ लड़कियों का सर चढ़ाओ। मैं तो कहती हूँ पुराना जमाना अच्छा था, जब 17 साल की उम्र में शादी और 18 साल की उम्र में उसकी गोद में एक बच्चा था।
कैसी नारी हो तुम, जो नारी के ही विकास को रोक रही है। सोचो, इंदिरा गांधी, सुनीता विलियम्स और जाने कितने ही ऐसी, अगर उनके माता पिता ने भी ये सब कहा होता तो क्या वह आज इतना बड़ा मुकाम हासिल कर पाती। कितने ही राष्ट्रीय सेवी दल जैसे भारत स्काउट्स एंड गाइड जो नारी शिक्षा और उसके विकास को प्राथमिकता देते हैं, लेकिन कुछ लोग, मैंने कहा कुछ लोगों के दिमाग में तो ये बात आती ही नहीं। आज वो जमाना है जब लड़का लड़की दोनों ही पढ़ने और आगे बढ़ने के हकदार हैं।
कृतिका, अब मैं तुमसे पूछती हूँ, लड़की के विकास का क्या? वो तो वही का वही रह गया। लड़की तो कभी साक्षर हो ही नहीं पाई, फिर वह सारी उम्र अपनी अनपढ़ता का भोज ढोती रहेगी। ना वह समाज के साथ चल पाएगी, ना वह समय के साथ।
किंतु मेरे मित्र, लोग क्या कहेंगे, समाज क्या कहेगा, और सबसे बड़ी बात, घर कैसे चलेंगे?
यही बात प्रियंका, यही बात मैंने कब से समझाने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ, पर इनके पल्ले कुछ पड़ता ही नहीं। पड़ी आई लक्ष्मीबाई।
आखिर ये समाज है कौन और ये लोग कौन हैं? ये हम ही हैं जो समाज और समाज वालों को बदल सकते हैं। लड़की पढ़ेगी लिखेगी तो ऊंचे पद पे जाएगी। लड़की पढ़ेगी लिखेगी तो अपना घर आसानी से चला पाएगी। लड़की पढ़ेगी लिखेगी तो नौकरी भी आसानी से मिल जाएगी। और सबसे बड़ी बात, लड़की पढ़ेगी लिखेगी तो आने वाली पीढ़ी तर जाएगी।
अब प्रश्न ये उठता है कि लड़की तो है पराया धन,
सच कहा।
वो जाएगी दूसरे घर,
ये भी सच कहा।
परंपराएं तो मानेगी नहीं,
ये तो बिल्कुल ही सच कहा।
अगर रीति रिवाज को जानेगी नहीं तो घर क्या खाक बसा पाएगी? तो फिर बताओ किरण जी, पापा की परी कैसे उठ पाएगी?
यही मानसिकता संजू, यही मानसिकता लड़का लड़की में फर्क लाती है। लड़का आगे बढ़ जाता है, लड़की पीछे रह जाती है। पढ़ जाए तो आंख में तिनका, ना पढ़े तो अनपढ़ कहलाती है। दूसरे के जाके चाहे वो स्वर्ग बना ले, पर बिना पढ़ाई लिखाई इज्जत का पात्र नहीं बन पाती है।
समय की पुकार है और मेरा मन भी यही चाहता है मैं पढ़ूं, अपने माता पिता का नाम रोशन करूं। कभी चाहती हूँ डॉक्टर बनूं तो कभी चाहती हूँ इंजीनियर बनूं, मगर जब मुझे विद्यालय नहीं भेजेंगे तो मेरा मानसिक और भौतिक विकास कैसे होगा। मैं पढ़ना चाहती हूँ, मैं उड़ना चाहती हूँ, मुझे शिक्षा के पंख दे दो, मेरे सपनों को उड़ान दे दो, मेरे सपनों को उड़ान दे दो, मेरे सपनों को उड़ान दे दो।
पर ये कैसे होगा? पर ये कैसे होगा? पर ये कैसे होगा?
तो आइए आज ये शपथ लें, समाज के इस समुचित विकास में लड़का लड़की में फर्क ना करते हुए शिक्षा के विकास का, उन्नति के आभास का दोनों को बराबर हक दें। लड़की पढ़कर समाज को एक नया आयाम दे सकती है और आर्मी पब्लिक स्कूल के स्काउट्स एंड गाइड शाखा इसका समर्थन करती है।
शक्ति का नाम ही नारी है, जग को जीवन देने वाली, जग को जीवन देने वाली, मौत भी तुझसे हारी है।
कोमल है कमजोर नहीं तू, कोमल है कमजोर नहीं तू, कोमल है कमजोर नहीं तू।
I hope everyone enjoyed the video, how gracefully everyone has participated and also performed in this video. So please let us know in the chat box कि आप सभी को ये वीडियो कैसा लगा। तो चलिए डिस्कस करते हैं थोड़ा सा और बायस के ऊपर। पर उससे पहले मेरी आप सभी से एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि मैं चाहूंगी कि ये सेशन इंटरैक्टिव रहे और आप लोग साथ ही साथ मेरे साथ इंटरेक्ट करते रहें चैट बॉक्स में और मुझे बताते रहें कि इन सब चीजों के बारे में आप क्या सोचते हैं। सो नाउ बिफोर वी गो अहेड, मेरे पास आप लोगों के लिए एक क्वेश्चन है। थोड़ा सा टाइम लीजिए, टेक 1 minute, लीव एवरीथिंग व्हाटएवर यू आर डूइंग, सिट कामली एंड थिंक फ्रॉम योर चाइल्डहुड टिल नाउ, what do you think, what all kind of biases are there present in your surroundings, nearby you or the society you live in, and then drop them in the chat box. I want to know कि आप लोगों को कौन कौन सी चीजें ऐसा लगता है जो आपने बचपन से आज तक देखी है कि वो भी एक बायस है, चाहे ही वो स्कूल में हो या घर पर हो या फिर किसी एक पर्टिकुलर इंसिडेंट से जुड़ी। सो लेट मी नो इन द चैट बॉक्स आपके अकॉर्डिंग कौन कौन सी चीजें बायस है या क्या क्या बायसेस हैं। आई एम वेटिंग। I would also request our panelists to please participate and drop your opinions as well and let us know what all biases are there. Gender bias, religion bias, name bias, what else? Age, color, okay. And marriage of girls at very early age stopping. So yes, again, that is age bias. Okay. Inequality, bhedbhav, not allowing girls for job, work in house. Okay. Gender division of household work. Very true. Begins from our home, as mentioned by Arunima ma'am. Thinking. Okay. Casteism, yes, very true. So इससे मुझे ये पता चलता है कि सभी को ये तो बहुत अच्छे से पता है कि क्या बायसेस है, क्या भेदभाव है, क्या ऐसी चीजें हैं जो हम शुरू से ही देखते आए हैं। बट अब दूसरा क्वेश्चन जो मेरा आप सभी से है वो ये है कि जब आपने ये भेदभाव होते देखा, जब आपने देखा कि किसी की जल्दी एज में शादी हो रही है, जब आपने देखा कि घर के जो काम है वो आधे आधे बंटने की जगह 70-30% बट रहे हैं या 70 या फिर 90-10% बट रहे हैं, तो आपने उस पर क्या एक्शन लिया या फिर लिया भी या नहीं? अगर आपने एक्शन लिया है तो प्लीज ड्रॉप दैट इन द चैट बॉक्स। अगर नहीं भी लिया तो आप नो लिख के भेज सकते हैं। Aware them. Okay, Kanchan says aware them. What about others? Can I also have our panelists participating, please? I want to make aware the world that women should be given equal consideration through giving awareness classes. Okay, that's the idea from Harsha. And we have a participant saying no, that they did not take any action, but that is okay. I talked with the guardians of related students, Meenakshi ma'am says. Really appreciative, ma'am. Okay, so Debashish ne discuss kiye issues, and Abu Shef says that I always start a debate when someone do caste biasness. Okay, But I hope, Abu, that gives you some or the other solution at that time. If it doesn't, then probably we need to change the way we are dealing with bias. I talked with his father, okay. अपने crew में discuss किया, conducting programs, taking initiatives for it. Well, so thank you so much everyone for continuously participating. मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है कि मैं interact कर रही हूँ. तो इससे मुझे ये पता चलता है कि आप लोगों को ये भी पता है कि biases क्या हैं और एग्जिस्ट करते हैं, और आपको ये भी पता है कि कहीं ना कहीं अब ये वक्त है और अभी ये वक्त है जब उसे रोकने की जरूरत है. ऐसी कोई भी जगह नहीं है बचपन से लेके जब हम छोटे से थे, जब टास्क डिवीजन में घर पर लड़की होने की वजह से बर्तन धोने का टास्क एक लड़की को दिया जाता था और बाहर जाके सामान लाने का टास्क भाई को दिया जाता था. राइट, वर्क प्लेस पे कहीं पर भी मार्केटिंग के लिए बाहर जाना हो या कुछ सामान लेके आना हो तो लड़के को या मेल को चूज किया जाता है. और जब आपको वेलकमिंग या फिर ऐसा कोई काम जो उसी ऑफिस में रहकर हो सकता है, कंफर्ट जोन के विद इन हो सकता है, वो एक फीमेल को दिया जाता है. Right, so now I will I mean, you guys have already told me what are the biases and what all the things you want to do about it, but now I would like to share with you that to have a concrete action to stop the bias, what all the things you can do. बहुत छोटी सी चीज है, देखा जाए तो bias एक छोटी छोटी सी steps लेके भी आप इसे रोक सकते हैं. So please allow me to share my screen with you all and discuss a very small and few ideas which I have to share with you. The first one I would say is set the tone. So yes, I'm not talking about setting any tone on the phone call or on a mobile call. Here I am talking about setting the tone is sitting all together, deciding first, discussing with your family members, your friends, and firstly deciding that what do you want to fight against. क्या चीज है जो आपको बॉदर कर रही है, वो ऐसा कौन सा बायस है जो आपको बॉदर कर रहा है. सो पहले उस चीज के बारे में जाने, उसे अपने दोस्तों से, अपने फैमिली, अपने फ्रेंड्स से डिस्कस करें, बिकॉज हर बार कहते हैं ना कि एक से अनेक भले. So that's the first step you need to take, set the tone. The second one I would suggest is know the bias you stand against. अगर आप जेंडर रिलेटेड बायस से लड़ना चाहते हैं या फिर आपको दिक्कत है कि भले ही मैं छोटा हूँ, छोटी हूँ, पर क्यों मुझे आगे नहीं बढ़ने दिया जाता, क्यों मेरे पास क्वालिटीज होते हुए भी सिर्फ मेरी एज को ही दायरे में रखते हुए मुझे आगे नहीं बढ़ना दिया जाता. तो अगर ऐसी कोई भी चीज है तो पहले आइडेंटिफाई करें कि आप लड़ना किस चीज के अगेंस्ट चाहते हैं, किस बायस को रोकना चाहते हैं. अब यहाँ मेरा लड़ने से मतलब बिल्कुल नहीं है कि आप जाके किसी का सर फोड़े, नो 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 नो. यहाँ मेरा मतलब है कि आप उनके सामने जाके अपनी ओपिनियंस कह सकें, ऐसे उन्हें समझाएं कि ये जो हो रहा है इससे आप कंफर्टेबल नहीं हो एंड यू वांट देम टू चेंज. Right? Now the third which I would suggest that you all can do is again discuss amongst your group, but now not the same group you wanted to set the tone with, but the group you want to take action with, the group you want to bring in a change. जहां पर आपको लगता है, भले वो आपका ऑफिस है, वो आपकी क्लास है, आपको नहीं पसंद कि किस तरह आपके जो मेल फ्रेंड्स हैं वो हमेशा लड़कियों को ये बोल के ताना देते हैं कि तुम फुटबॉल नहीं खेल सकती, तुम तो लड़की हो, तुम क्रिकेट में नहीं आ सकती, तुम तो लड़की हो. Then go ahead, stand with those girls and go and speak to that particular group who is troubling them, to stop that particular bias. And the last and foremost thing is not just talking, but committing to that action. एक बार जाके बात कर लिया, उसको समझा दिया, पता चल रहा है 2 दिन बाद the same thing follows and we will be like, अरे यार रहने दो, ये तो ऐसा ही है, दुनिया तो ऐसी ही है. If you wanna bring in a change, आपको उस चीज को commit करना होता है. आपको commit ही नहीं करना होता, उस चीज में constant रहना होता है. So these are just very 4 basic things which all of us together can do to break any kind of bias. So what do you guys say? Will you guys be following these small tips to break the biases? Yes, no? Okay, Debashi says yes. Can I have more answers? Yes, ma'am. Kanchan says yes. Yes, of course. Okay. Right. So I am constantly seeing yes. तो अब चलते हैं इस सेशन के एज इन मेरे सेशन के एंड की तरफ. बट इससे पहले कि मैं जाऊं, मेरे पास आपके लिए 2 छोटे छोटे से वीडियोस हैं. पहला वीडियो तो है एक पजल जो मैं चाहती हूँ कि आप सभी लोग लें और मुझे उससे पता चले कि आपने कितने अच्छे से बायस को समझा है और आप कितने अच्छे से प्रिपेयर्ड हैं अब एक्शन लेने के लिए. So just a minute, I'll be sharing my screen again. And here you go. Please pay attention. Please be very careful when you are listening this puzzle. I will pause the video and then I would ask all of you to answer in the chat box. Be attentive.
As part of an experiment with the human mind, we asked 22 people to solve the same riddle and recorded their responses. Feel free to participate also. Are you ready?
The riddle. A father is about to bring his son to a job interview, applying for a position at a large broker's company in the city. Just as they arrive in the parking lot, the son's phone rings. He looks at his father who says, "Go ahead, answer it." The caller is the trading company CEO who says, "Good luck, son, you've got this." The son ends the call and once again looks at his father, who is still next to him in their car. How is this possible?
It gets.
So while here in the video, everybody is thinking of the answer, I want you all guys to also think and put your answers in the chat box of this puzzle.
A call from the CEO, but it says,
"Good luck, son."
He was next to him.
So it's not the father. I think it was probably an audio recording of father.
Maybe he made a demo tape.
Like he has 2 fathers.
This is a hot one.
Maybe it's the word joke, like it's the grandfather of the son.
No, I think his name is Son.
I don't know. Maybe it's just like an old man, calling a younger guy son.
I have no idea.
If in case somebody has not understood the puzzle, I would like to repeat it for them. As a boy is going along with his father for an interview of a big company. He gets out of the car, and he gets a call. His father says to him, "Go ahead, answer the call." And at that time, he receives that call from that interview company, biggest interview company's owner, CEO. And he picks up the phone and the other person from that side says, "Good luck, son, for the interview." The son keeps the call back. Son फिर से फोन को रखता है, अपने फादर की तरफ देखता है, जो भी कार में ही बैठे हैं. So this is the puzzle. Now you have to answer that if his father was sitting inside the car, how did he get a call?
The answer.
Yeah.
It's his mother.
Oh, that's so stupid. Yes, of course.
I should have thought of that, yes.
The CEO is a woman.
So I'm biased. In a sense, Is this about diversity and inclusion?
It's really mind-blowing, actually.
So I always thought that I'm not very sexist. But in spite of that, I think these subconscious biases are there in everyone's mind.
How much bias I still have in terms of thinking that the CEO needs to be a man.
Yeah, I definitely was picturing a man. I identify with males more than females these days.
Why can't women also be CEOs or doctors or, right?
When I think about a CEO or someone that's high positioned within a company, I mostly think of man.
And it's a shame, I think.
And it's so weird because I'm a CEO and I'm a woman.
And I want to be a CEO. Why didn't I think about that?
I believe women can absolutely be CEOs, and that's definitely something that we should work on, especially when you're saying that so many people have been told this riddle and most people haven't gotten it.
Women make great CEOs and great leaders as well. And yet only 5% of Fortune 500 CEOs are women.
So I am really surprised, and Harsha, I really appreciate that you gave the right answer, that it was his mother. राइट कितना वक्त लगता है ना हमें इतनी सी बात सोचने में, खुद ही को उस लेवल तक कंसीडर करने में कि हाँ एक फीमेल भी उस पोस्ट पर हो सकती है। तो बस जाने से पहले आप सभी से मेरा यही छोटा सा रिक्वेस्ट है कि बायस को ब्रेक करना कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है, बस करने के लिए थोड़ी सी आपको ओपन माइंडनेस रखनी है। जब भी आप किसी चीज को देख रहे हैं सिर्फ अपने नजरिए से नहीं, उसके शूज में अपने आप को रखकर देखें। That's all is my request, and I'll be giving the power back to Devashish, and also request Madhushri to share one more video of the Nukkad Natak. Thank you so much.
समझौता किस चीज का समझौता?
एक दिन ऐसा जरूर आएगा कि लड़कियां किसी से कम नहीं और अपने पैरों पर खड़ा होकर दिखाएगी कि इस दुनिया को लड़कियां किसी से कम नहीं और इस समाज को अपनी सोच बदलनी पड़ेगी। पापा मुझे भी MBA करके विदेश जाना है। MBA?
जरूर जाओ। पापा मुझे भी MBA करके अब्रॉड जाना है।
MBA?
क्यों करके तो भाई क्या सब तो मैं क्यों नहीं?
MBA करने में 40 लाख रुपए का खर्चा आएगा। कुछ सालों बाद तुम्हारी शादी हो जाएगी। शादी में तुम्हें दहेज देना पड़ेगा। जब बात ही तुम्हारी शादी पे आएगी तो छोड़ो पढ़ाई और करो शादी।
बाबुल की दुआएं लेती जा, साजन को सुखी संसार दे। बाबुल की दुआएं लेती जा। तो देखा आप सबने, इसी प्रकार हर साल, हर महीने, हर दिन न जाने कितनी लड़कियों को अपने सपनों के साथ समझौता करना पड़ता है। उन्हें परिवार के दबाव में आकर अपने सपनों को छोड़ना पड़ता है, अपनी पढ़ाई को छोड़ना पड़ता है और घर गृहस्थी में अपना जीवन व्यतीत करना पड़ता है। यह सही तो नहीं है, लेकिन क्या
मैं कॉलेज में नहीं हो क्या? अपना नाम तो बताते जाओ।
शर्म नहीं है क्या तुम्हें?
तुमने थप्पड़ मारा, इसका अंजाम तुम्हें भुगतना पड़ेगा। तुमने थप्पड़ मारा था, तुम्हारे साथ यही होना है।
कुछ बोले? नहीं ना, तालियां बजाइए, खुश होइए। क्या हुआ? लड़की के साथ अपराध? कोई बात नहीं, ये तो हमारा समाज है और यही समाज की सोच है। हम क्या सोचते हैं मैं बताती हूँ। मोर्चा करना हो, आंदोलन करना हो, हड़ताल करना हो, एक के साथ हजारों इकट्ठे हो जाएंगे। क्यों? सपोर्ट चाहिए भाई, अच्छा काम करें, सपोर्ट दो, बढ़िया बात है। लेकिन अगर किसी लड़के को किसी की जरूरत हो, उसे हेल्प की चाहिए, तो कोई नहीं इकट्ठा होता। क्यों नहीं होता बताइए? नहीं बता सकते ना, मैं बताती हूँ क्यों। क्योंकि हम ये सोच लेते हैं कि हम क्यों फंसे ऐसे झंझट में। हमारी बहन और हमारी माँ सुरक्षित है ना अपने घर पे, बस छोड़िए दूसरों की बहन से हमें क्या लेना देना। लेकिन ये सोच गलत है। हो सकता है आज ये लड़की है, कल इसकी जगह आपकी माँ हो सकती है, आपकी हो सकता है बहन भी हो, लेकिन नहीं, हमें नहीं बदलना। हमारी मम्मी, हमारे बहन सुरक्षित है, बस छोड़ो। लेकिन ये सोच हमें बदलनी होगी। हमें जरूरी नहीं है कि लड़का गलत हो। लड़कियों को, अगर लड़कियां भी इसी राह पे चल रही है तो उनके घर पे जाइए, उनके परिजनों से बात कीजिए, लड़के से बात कीजिए, उन्हें समझाइए कि वह सही रास्ते पे चले और अपने मम्मी पापा का, अपने परिजनों का, अपने घर वालों का, टीचर्स का, सबका नाम रोशन करे। ये हमें करना ही चाहिए।
चलो बच्चे बताओ, तुम बड़े होकर क्या बनना चाहते हो? एक एक करके बताओ, तुम क्या बनना चाहते हो?
आर्यस।
तुम क्या बनना चाहते हो?
डॉक्टर।
अरे पूनम, तुम क्या बनना चाहते हो?
मैं बड़े होके अपने भाई की तरह लड़का बनना चाहती हूँ।
लड़का? क्यों बनना है तुम्हें लड़का?
देखिए मैम, हमारा भाई है, वो देखिए हर तरह से इंडिपेंडेंट है। वो अपनी मर्जी से पढ़ सकता है, लिख सकता है, अपने सपनों को पूरा कर सकता है, स्टडी कंप्लीट कर सकता है, जॉब कर सकता है। लेकिन मेरी दादी माँ कहती है कि तुम कुछ नहीं करना, तुम्हें पढ़ाई भी नहीं करनी, सिर्फ तुम घर के काम काज करो। अब देखिए मैम, मेरी दादी कहती है कि तुम्हारे पापा सुबह से शाम इसीलिए कमाते हैं क्योंकि तुम्हारी शादी करनी है, दहेज देना है और तुम्हें अगले जगह देखना है। अगर मैं खुद इंडिपेंडेंट हो जाऊंगी, खुद पढ़ लिख लूंगी, जॉब लग जाऊंगी, तो पापा को ये नौबत नहीं आने देगी। तो मुझे बड़ा होके स्वतंत्र लड़की बनना है। गुड। तो देखा आप सबने, ये है हमारे समाज में फैली हुई कुरीतियां, विडंबनाएं और बुरी आदतें। इससे नहीं है, सरकार ने बहुत सी चीजों पे रोक लगा रखा है, जैसे कन्या भ्रूण हत्या, लोग रोक लगा रखी है। हम जांच नहीं कर सकते कि वो लड़की है या लड़का है जिसका जन्म होने वाला है। लेकिन ज्यादातर देखा जाता है कि जन्म होने के बाद जो लड़कियां हैं उन्हें नालियों में, कचरा पात्र में फेंक दिया जाता है। क्यों फेंक दिया जाता है? क्योंकि वो बोझ है। लड़कों को तो नहीं फेंकते, कोई नहीं फेंकता, सिर्फ लड़कियों पे दबाव दिया जाता है। क्योंकि हमारे समाज में सोच यही है कि लड़कियां बड़ी होकर कुछ नहीं बन सकती, उन्हें ना पढ़ाया लिखाया जाए, ना उन्हें आगे पढ़ने दिया जाए। घर का काम सिखा दो, शादी हो जाएगी, सब कुछ कर लेगी। लेकिन नहीं, हमें ये हमारी सोच बदलनी होगी। इसके अलावा भी अनेक प्रकार की कुरीतियां हैं, उन पे भी सरकार ने रोक लगा रखी है। लेकिन सरकार की रोक लगाने से कुछ नहीं होगा, हमें अपनी सोच को बदलना होगा। अगर हर व्यक्ति ये सोच बदलेगा तो ही हमारा समाज आगे बढ़ पाएगा। हमारे अनूपगढ़ तहसील की जो एसडीएम है प्रियंका जी, वो एक लड़की है। श्री गंगानगर की जो कलेक्टर है रुक्मणी रियाल, वो एक लड़की है। उन्होंने अपनी पढ़ाई करके, अपनी मेहनत से इस समाज में एक ऐसा दर्जा पा लिया कि उनकी वजह से पूरा एक जिला उनके अंडर में आके अपने देश का विकास कर रही है। वो हमारे यहाँ की सरपंच राजमाला जी मैम, वो भी एक लड़की है और उन्होंने हमारे गांव में बहुत सा विकास किया है। लड़कियों को ये रखना चाहिए कि हम पढ़ाई करें, हमारे घर वाले हमें पढ़ाएं, आदतें बदलो, सोच बदलो, देश अपने आप बदल जाएगा। मैं कुछ कहना चाहूंगी, तो खुद की खोज में निकल, तू किस लिए हताश है? तू खुद की खोज में निकल, तू किस लिए हताश है? तू चल, तेरे वजूद की समय को भी तलाश है। देखिए सरकार बहुत से नियमों पे बहुत से नियम बना रही है, रोक लगा रही है, अच्छी बात है। लेकिन हमें अपनी सोच बदलनी होगी, अपने लड़कियों को पढ़ाना चाहिए। फिर मैं कुछ कहना चाहूंगी, जिंदा है तू जिंदगी की जीत पर यकीन कर, अगर कहीं स्वर्ग है तो उतार ला जमीन पर।
Thank you so much, Himanshi ma'am. And special thanks to Sahid Hemukalyani, Robber Ranger Open Unit, for this wonderful video and great message to us. Yes, nobody is inferior, nobody is superior, everyone is equal. She raised up her voice not so that she can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard. This International Women's Day, the Bharat Scouts and Guides have created a platform for our youth to speak up, to raise their voice. Now, I would like to request our top 3 elocution speakers of the national level elocution competition to share their views on different kind of biases. I invite Ms. Sayantani Nandi from Ranger from Northern region, then Ms. Harsha Suresh, guide from Kerala State, and Gauri Prabhat Gaudar from Karnataka. I hope our youth speakers are ready to share their views. Now I request Ms. Sayantani Nandi to share her views. Sayantani, over to you.
Hello, Devashish. Am I audible?
Yes, Sayantani, you are audible. Go ahead.
Okay. Give me a second.
Yes, sir.
Okay. First of all, very good evening to all. And first of all, I'm sorry because I couldn't maintain the dress code. Actually, Himanshi ma'am told me to wear green, but due to some programs in my district, I had to wear this color. And right now I'm somewhere else and unable to change the dress. So I hope no one will mind.
It's completely fine, Anthony. It's more than enough that you are here today with us to celebrate the event.
Thank you so much, Manshidi. So, okay. So, you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new one. Good evening to all. Myself, Shantini. I'm from Northeast Frontier Railway, Bharat Scouts and Guides, and I'm a Rajya Puraskar Ranger of Badarpur District Association. So today I'm here to talk on the topic ageism, which can be called as individual discrimination that exists in the society and is discrimination done on the basis of age. Ageism is the term was coined by Robert Neil Butler in 1969. Ageism is a stereotype prejudice, discrimination towards others or on self based on age. Ageism is everywhere from our institution and relationship to ourselves. Half of the world population is against older people, and in the Europe report, as per the Europe report, it shows younger people report more age discrimination. Ageism has significant effect on the elderly and young people. After repeatedly hearing a stereotype that older or younger people are useless, old and younger people may begin to feel like dependent, non-contributing member of the society. Studies have also shown that after hearing the stereotype, older and younger people perform worse on the competence and memory. In India, there is no statutory body which deals with the matter of age discrimination, as law against the age discrimination is not codified. So ageism exists in this Indian society and is a very important matter to look into. The main root cause of ageism is fear of death and fear of disability and dependence. Prejudice and stereotyping lead to age discrimination that can affect everyone at this disadvantage older workers, resulting in an effective use of human resources. Narrow view of aging lead people to ignore substantial differences among adults' driving ability and underappreciate their social needs. In India, there are a lot of discrimination on the basis of age. A person is qualified, but he or she cannot apply for the jobs just because of the age criteria. People who are deserving but don't get the job, just they can't meet the age requirement. Ageism affects everyone, children as well as young as 4 years to old. They become aware of the cultures, a stereotype, so they internalize and uses the directive to guide their feelings and behavior towards the people of the different stages, resulting in the self-directed ageism at any age. So let us know what is the solution. Ageism can be overcome by following simple steps. We should speak up and don't let ourselves to be pushed around because we are older. We should engage in the world. People who stay active mentally and physically can overcome ageism easily. We should be positive. We should be as independent as we can. We should surround ourselves with younger people. So, in simple words, we can say that ageism or age discrimination is prejudice or discrimination based on their problems which exist in today's society, but it is invisible to all. We should speak up about it so we can get some attention on this matter and aware people about the discrimination and take a step towards removing this ageism bias. With this, I'd like to conclude my speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Santani, for sharing your views with us. Now, I would like to call Gauri N. Prabhat Gaudar from Karnataka State. Miss Gauri? Yes.
Thank you, Devasis. I'm
Gauri, you have
audible.
Yes, Gauri, you are audible now.
Myself speak some words about gender. Myself, Gauri Parvat Gaud from Karnataka State. Here I am to speak some words about a bias, gender bias, where we are facing some problems about gender bias. So before I can start about gender bias, it's first helpful to understand the concept of a gender. Gender is not necessarily indicative of the sex organ with which we are born. When you are talking about the biological classification of male and a female, you are referring to a sex, not a gender. Gender is a social construction of a person's sex. Gender refers to a social definition and a cultural expectations of what it seems to be a man or a woman. Additionally, some people may identify with a gender different from their sex, often identifying instead as a transgender, right? Instead, it is taught, learned, and understood through social interactions and experiences, where we all how can we recognize, how can we avoid a gender bias in speaking in a public? We face many problems while speaking in a public about a gender bias, he can go for a market, she cannot go for a market, he can go for a school, she cannot go for a school, like that. In certain cultural contexts, men may be defensive of a female speaker. Many times, female speakers have adopted gender mannerism, language, and stance of a man in order to validate their authority as a speaker. It is not exactly a cut and dry vice versa situations either. When may be at ease with a female speaker, but they may also be more attentive to a female speaker, given them many cultures to teach a woman to be attentive to a man. Like whenever a speech given by a man or a speech given by a woman, there will be a differences. People will be more attentive towards the man speaks and comparatively to a women, because the mindset always be like that from the ancients. One more thing, what is the one more thing I want to speak, importance of a woman in a family, how she is important in a family. Women are the key to sustainable development and the equality of a life in the family. The varieties of a role the women assumes in the family are those of wife, leader, administrator, manager of a family income, and last but not the least, the important role she leads as a mother. Example, I take my mother's daily routine, what she does. She wakes up early, she cooks for everyone, she cooks a breakfast, even lunch, she cooks and pack the boxes, lunch boxes. She goes to school and there also she works and she again come back, again cooking, again taking care of family, taking care of whatever the grocery shopping and all. Again, she also lean herself to in a scouting and guiding. She should be awarded. She should be respected. She should be, every woman, not only my mother, every woman should be respected. And why we should celebrate this International Women's Day? Why it is important? It is very important to recognize social, economic, and cultural and political achievements of women in all the situations, in all the ways, in all the backgrounds. Women is almost forward than a man. When she is very equal to a man, while she is respected very comparatively, respected less than a man comparatively, right? How can we remove the gender bias we can start it by in our daily life itself, by sharing a household chores and the childcare equality. Why only men should go for work? Why only women should work in house? Even she can go for work. It is allowed. But why men couldn't work in a house? Why he could not take care of a child, right? And here equal work should be given. Watch for the sign domestic violence, help women again to gain a power. We should empower the women, listen and reflect, higher diversity, pay the same salary for equal work. Even women also work equally to the men, but still women get a less salary comparatively to the men. Sexual harassment, racism. If a girl has a tolerance, zero tolerance, but the sexual harassment should be stopped. And we should educate the people and provide anti-bias training to the people to stop this gender bias. I am against the, I'm supporting the break the bias. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gauri. Yes, it's true. There should not be any gender stereotype. And yes, it is very true that mother's job is 24/7. So like we should respect her and not celebrate Women's Day only for today. We should celebrate the Women's Day throughout the 365 days and many more. Like in our future, there should be a sustainable community where all the women are respected. So thank you, Gauri, for sharing your views with us. Now, I would like to invite on screen Ms. Harsha Suresh, guide from Kerala, to share her views on gender biases.
Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I was very delighted, and I think it's a proud moment for me to bring my school this glory. And I'm really happy that I'm in the Guides organization, Bharat Scout and Guides. So today is World Women's Day. First of all, before starting, I would like to wish everyone a happy Women's Day. So I think, let me start. Am I audible?
Yes, Harsha, you are completely audible.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Myself, Harsha Suresh, and today I'm here to talk on the topic, Let's Break the Bias. Men, women, men higher, women lower, women should sit at home. This is too much. The world has to stop gender bias. It is the tendency to prefer one gender over another. In the days before, women were not even accepted as human beings. They were treated with injustice and inequality. Even now, in many places, women are neglected and denied. This is the situation of our society today. Women are not given enough opportunities. I'm a woman, and it is a right of every woman to be given equal respect. And it is her right to be paid the same as the other male employees and to make her own decisions in life because it's their life. Men doesn't have any right to control it. They are no one's property. Women is something which we can only think of. She's really great than all we think. We think women as inferior in our society, and it's not right. We are not knowing the true value of a woman. In the days before, like I said, women were not even considered and accepted as human beings. This is really a true feeling of inequality. They are not even paid the same. We are not inferior. It's just that we are born in a judgmental society. When people say to me, like, equality exists, I'm not saying it doesn't. But in many places, women are struggling. They're struggling for many things, like education and basic necessities of life. Only a few of them, like Malala Yousafzai, the youngest Nobel Prize winner, only a few of them like them was able to raise their voice against these inequalities. I think we are really blind. We cannot see the things happening. We're not thinking out of the box. We're not seeing what's happening in the society. We have to open our inside eyes. We have to see. That's why God gave us eyes, right? I think, of course, right? So basically, when saying about women, we all should have respect. Because she's the one, she's the reason, she's the mother, she's the wife, she's the reason that we are here. We were born out of a woman, and we are cared by a woman. We are nurtured by a woman. It's not only the job of a woman for taking care of us, right? Men should also is a part of it. But we're saying that majorly woman plays a major role in it, right? Of course, it's natural. But I want it to change. I want them to be treated equally. Like, taking care of children is not only for men or women, it's for both of them. Both of them should equally participate in it. That's it. We all have unconscious bias in our decision making. Every day, every single human being has unconscious bias. We are all fed stereotypes, and this impact on the decision we make. Women are not inferior. They are no one's property. Now, I think right now, you have the chance to be heard. Gender equality should be made possible. Both men, women, or any other gender should receive equal respect and should be treated with equality wherever. I think that's why mankind is still there. And that's why, and that's what should happen in the society. Only then it will have a true meaning. In many places, like in some of the places, like in the eastern regions, female infants are being killed from their mother's womb. They're not yet born. But the only mistake that they did was that they were a female. This is the sad truth of the society today. And I'm really sad and very emotional saying this. Don't think girl child is a burden. Accept her as a blessing. I'm not saying that people always think in such a way, but there are people. I want you guys to understand that a girl child is a blessing. She has the capacity to produce more generations. We need to change. The society needs to change. The whole world needs to change. That's the only way the society can be repaired. There are many wonderful personalities, like many eminent personalities, like CEO of YouTube. YouTube is like every time we use it, and the CEO of YouTube is a female, Susan Wojcicki. As Himanshi ma'am told that in the video, it was saying about the things of the CEO called, and it was the son's mother. We never thought of it, right? It is. CEO of YouTube is Susan Wojcicki, and CEO of Bumble is also a female. They're all wonderful female entrepreneurs. It's clear, it's evident that women can achieve in any sector as other genders do. Sometimes more better and more specifically professional. That's a very happy news. But some people are not understanding it. Like, we can say everyone has unconscious bias. When you replied about the answer, you were saying that some relations and all. We never thought in such a way, which is different from what we see today. It's a society which made us like this. but we have to change, as I told. Women can achieve in any sector, and we should give her the respect. We should respect women not only because she has the right to, but also because she is the reason for the sustenance of the human race. If there is no woman born from the next day onwards, then there will be no humans. It's from her that the birth is taken. Women are not inferior. Other genders should learn to respect her. A woman is the full circle. Within her lies the power to create, nurture, and transform. I want every girl to know that her voice can change the world. And yeah, for once more, I'm wishing you all a happy Women's Day, because I know that we are respected in the society. And I want every girl to make her voice come out and reach out to the society. Whatever you're facing, whatever struggles you're facing, work hard and you have a point onto it. Come on, I know you will achieve it. And that's all. Once more, a happy Women's Day to everyone watching. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Harsha. Actually, we feel so much empowered from your words. So yes, as you said, change needed now. So we have to advocate now and take action from now. So moving ahead, now I would like to invite a very young, talented girl, a change maker herself, Miss Sarvin Banu, MS Global Advocacy Champion, U-Report Global Ambassador, to share her views on street play competition. Sarvin, over to you.
Thank you, Debasis. A very happy International Women's Day to everyone. And huge respect for Bharat Scouts and Guides, representing voices of those women with this wonderful platform and event. And it's my pleasure that I have shared judges stage with respected MS Machama ma'am, Deputy Director of Guides, and our beloved Shikha Banerjee ma'am, State Chief Commissioner of Guides, West Bengal. And today we witness the voices of those young women and girls which somewhat breaking behind that four walls, and our beloved participants of BSc in both street play and elocution competition related to break the bias theme. They have been given their level best to avoid gender equity world by highlighting the importance of equal and sustainable world for her world. And all of them given a spotlight on gender bias fact in associated with society like ageism bias, gender gap, making of right choices, and girl child marriage, and female genital mutilation, and unequal responsibility, education bias, lack of leadership opportunity, and so on. And street play participants have urged for equal world by raising voices for gender equality and sustainable world, where they forge towards the gender equal world by break the bias theme and maintain gender equal mindset, challenge that gender stereotypes, discrimination, and bias. And they call out for actions and forge it for positive visibility of women and arising voices on women equality by equal rights motto with their presentations. And one thing I have to say that gender bias is barrier to every problem, like education crisis, climate crisis, lack of sanitation, and so on. It's time to change the societal restrictions which led by we the humans itself. So gender equality would be possible now only, not only 30 years or not on 2030. We can achieve it by today or tomorrow. We are not want another 30 years to stop this. So let's advocate yourself and one another as to create a world little better than we found it, and to create a world with equal gender mindset. And not but the least, I thankful for Bharat Scouts and Guides for providing us such a big platform for women-led advocacy and for the betterment of gender equity world. Thank you one and all for the opportunity. Thank you.
थैंक यू सो मच शर्मिन जी हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए। कृपया नुक्कड़ नाटक की वीडियो शेयर करें। प्लीज।
नए बदलते भारत में बदलो अपनी सोच, बेटियां बनती हैं सहारा, नहीं होती है बोझ। नए बदलते भारत में बदलो अपनी सोच, बेटियां बनती है सहारा, नहीं होती है बोझ। बेटी है अनमोल उपहार, शिक्षा है उसका अधिकार। इतनी खुशियाँ लाएगी कि समेट नहीं पाओगे, लेकिन ये तभी होगा जब तुम बेटियों को बचाओगे। बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ, बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ, बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ, बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ।
नमस्ते। आज नंदिनी गाइड्स कंपनी ओडिशा स्टेट्स की गाइड एक नुक्कड़ नाटक प्रस्तुत करने जा रहे हैं जिसका शीर्षक है ब्रेक द बायस। आइए देखते हैं।
मैं तुझे नहीं मारना चाहती, मैं तुझे नहीं मारना चाहती। तेरे पापा और तेरे दादी मेरे डॉक्टर के पास जाके तुझे नष्ट करना चाहते हैं। तू मेरा अंश है, मैं नहीं मारना चाहती।
एक सपना।
कोख में पलने वाली एक लड़की की डायरी।
15 जून मैं मेरे माँ के कोख में आई। 17 जून मैं एक कीसू बनी। 30 जून मेरी मम्मी ने मेरे पिताजी को बोला आप पापा बनने वाले हो।
'मेरे मम्मी और पापा बहुत खुश हुए।
15 जुलाई मेरा माँ जो खा रही थी वो भी मैं भी खाई।
15 सितंबर मेरे सांसें चलने लगी।
14 अक्टूबर मेरे छोटे छोटे पाँव, हाथ और पेट निकले।
13 नवंबर पता चला कि मैं एक लड़की हूँ। 14 नवंबर मुझे नष्ट कर दिया गया क्योंकि मैं एक लड़की हूँ। क्यों मैं एक लड़की हूँ इसीलिए मुझे मार दिया जा रहा है। माँ, मैं जीना चाहती हूँ, मैं इस दुनिया को देखना चाहती हूँ। अगर भाई इस दुनिया को देख सकता है, खेल सकता है, पढ़ सकता है तो मैं क्यों नहीं। माँ, मैं जीना चाहती हूँ, ऐसा मत करो, मैं जीना चाहती हूँ। माँ, 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 माँ।
नहीं, एक सपना था, हे भगवान, मैं बच्ची को नहीं मारना चाहती। मेरे पति और मेरे साथ बच्चे को नष्ट करना चाहते हैं।
मैं घर छोड़ के चले जाना चाहती हूँ।
घर से जाते हुए
अरे अरे, ये सुनसान रास्ते में औरत कौन है? तुम कौन है बहना, और यहाँ सुनसान रास्ते में क्या कर रहे हो?
क्या बोलो दरोगा साहब,
अरे मुझे बताओ।
से हूँ। मेरे पति और मेरे सास कल पता चला, कल डॉक्टर के पास गए थे हम और अल्ट्रासाउंड किए, मेरे कोख में एक लड़की है। उनको पता चला और वो बोले कि मेरे कोख में लड़की है तो मेरा गर्भ नष्ट करना चाहते हैं।
तुम चिंता मत करो बहना, अपने पति और सास का उनका नाम, उनका पता बताओ, हम उसके नाम में एक एफआईआर दर्ज करेंगे। चलो बहना, मेरे साथ चलो।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे, मुझे पोता दे भगवान। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, हे भगवान मुझे कब पोता मिलेगा? हे भगवान मुझे पोता दे दे, हे भगवान मुझे पोता दे दे। अगर आप मुझे पोता देंगे तो मैं आपके सामने घी के 100 दिए जलाऊंगी। हे भगवान मुझे पोता दे दे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे। हे भगवान, सुबह सुबह कौन है, पूजा भी नहीं करने दे रहा। अरे दरोगा साहब आप?
जी, मैं आपके बहू को लेके आया हूँ।
अरे ये तो आपके पास कैसे? ये तो घर में थी।
जी, आपके बहू से पता चल कि आप उसको कल अस्पताल लेकर उसका अवसन करना चाहते हो क्योंकि उसके कोख में एक लड़की है।
ये आपको कौन बोला? ये झूठ है।
हम बिना प्रमाण के किसी को गिरफ्तार नहीं करते माँ जी। आप जिस डॉक्टर को पैसा देके उसका अवसन करना चाहते हो, हम उसको गिरफ्तार कर चुके हैं। आइए डॉक्टर। आपको पता है, माँ के कोख में पल रहे बच्चे का लिंग जांच करना एक दंडनीय अपराध है। इसके लिए 5 साल का जेल और 50,000 रुपए जुर्माना है। आज जमाना कहाँ से कहाँ पहुँच गया, लेकिन आपकी सोच कौन से जमाने में है? अब लड़की आसमान छू रही है। कहाँ पर पुलिस, डॉक्टर, टीचर बहुत, लेकिन आप अब ये लड़के और लड़कियों में फर्क क्यों कर रहे हैं?
माफ कर दीजिए दरोगा साहब, माफ कर दीजिए। मैं ऐसा गलती कभी नहीं करूंगी दरोगा साहब, माफ कर दीजिए। मुझे
तो
जेल
क्या
नहीं
चाहते
जाना।
हो? आप जेल जाना पसंद करेंगी या ये घिनौना काम बंद करना पसंद करेंगी?
मैं बंद करूंगी दरोगा साहब। आज से मैं कोई लड़का लड़की में फर्क नहीं करूंगी। मुझे माफ कर दीजिए। मैं आज से कसम खाती हूँ दरोगा साहब, मैं ये कभी घिनौना काम नहीं करूंगी। मुझे माफ कर दीजिए दरोगा साहब, माफ कर दीजिए।
तो आओ हम शपथ लेते हैं। आओ भाई बहनों, आगे हमको बढ़ना है, लड़का लड़की में ना करके फर्क, लड़का लड़की में ना करके फर्क, अपना अस्तित्व बनाना है, तोड़ के जंजीरों को, आगे हमको बढ़ना है, आगे हमको बढ़ना है, लड़का लड़की में ना करके फर्क, लड़का लड़की में ना करके फर्क, अपना अस्तित्व बनाना है, तोड़ के जंजीरों को, आगे हमको बढ़ना है, आगे हमको बढ़ना है, लड़का लड़की में ना करके फर्क, अपना अस्तित्व बनाना है, अपना अस्तित्व बनाना है। Break the bias, 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 break the bias.
Thank you so much, IT team, for sharing such a wonderful video with us. And special thanks to Nandini Guide Company, Ganjam, Odisha, for this beautiful video. And I am so much happy and astonished also. The girls are very little. The girls are from 10 to 15-year-old. They have that mindset. They are understanding the fact that there is gender bias. We should not promote that, and they are creating awareness. We are so happy to hear that and saw their performance. So moving ahead, we all have heard our participants, our youth speakers of the Elocution speaker, and their views on gender biases. So as there was a competition, so now it's time for a result. So you might have excited for the result also. So without any delay, I would like to call Ma'am Darshana Pavaskar, Joint Director Guide, Program and Training, to share the competition result and to share few words with her participants. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, Devashish. Thank you, the team IWD 2022, which has worked so hard to bring in their ideas, their thoughts on what they want to have this activity based on. ये सारा एक्टिविटी हमारे बच्चों ने ही इकट्ठा किया है कि क्या बोलना है, प्रेजेंट करना है सोसाइटी को. एट द सेम टाइम उन्होंने ही सारा ऑर्गेनाइज किया, जजेस बुलाए, selection criteria have been put up by the children itself. पर ये सुनने के लिए भी बहुत अच्छा लगा मुझे जब बच्चियां बोल रही थी कि what are the issues they are facing and how they should be able to take action. As we all know, this is not the first time that we are talking about gender biasness. We are not ये कुछ नया टॉपिक नहीं है. जो हमने देखा कि बच्चियां बोल रही हैं, अलग अलग टाइप में बोल रही हैं. There is discrimination which is happening from the birth till the end, तब जब तक वो जिंदा है. And the girls have been silenced. Girls are not allowed to speak because उनको अगर सुनेंगे तो we will be more emotionally attached and we may also listen and go through what they want us to do. It is a saying, girls and women are silenced from the womb, mother के पेट से, till the tomb, जब वो मरेंगे, तब तक उसके बीच का गैप पूरे ही टाइम पर औरतों को बोलने नहीं दिया गया है. Yes, at the same time, it is also true that in our Indian mythology, हमारे पुराणों में लिखा गया है कि जो important departments हैं, जैसे कि हमारी फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर is supposed to be लक्ष्मी जी, which is a female. उनको पहले से ही वो designation, वो authority दी गई है. Our education minister, according to our Hinduism, goddess Saraswati, she's already been given that responsibility and she's doing it. Same thing is Durga ji, same thing is Kali Mata. हमको ये सारी चीजें तो पहले से देकर ही रखी है. तो फिर क्यों? Why do we have to still ask for our rights? Why do we still have to ask? और क्यों ये झगड़ा क्यों है? क्यों है ये झगड़ा? Why are we fighting for our rights? जरूरत है इसकी? पहली बात is what we have to think. Second thing, why do people don't want to give us our rights? Second thing, which we have to think as an individual, as a society. और अगर ये rights हमको दे देते हैं तो क्या होगा? और क्यों हमें इतने सालों से नहीं मिलते आ रहा? One thing is that we are not taking charge of our rights and our responsibilities. That is why we have never got it. इसलिए हमें अब तक कभी मिला ही नहीं. हम लोग हमेशा females are in a mode of जाने दो, let it be, no problem. नहीं, मेरे बच्चे ज्यादा important है, उनको मैं handle करूंगी and not take this responsibility. We also do not take this as a priority in our lives. And that is why वो एक mindset हो गया है कि ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, इनको नहीं देंगे, इनको देंगे ये opportunity. And that is why we have lost the control of our own rights, which is very important as girls, as females, as the elder generation, that we want to give a future. I heard the girls speaking, Harsh was talking about why do we have to have this biasness. Gauri spoke very nicely. All the nukkad nataks which were being presented by the girls, उन्होंने बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से वो सारे issues को बताया है, portray किया. बहुत सालों से we have been doing it and we have been speaking about it. But it's important कि हम उसको action में परिवर्तित करें and we start taking actions for it. From me at this end to any girl who is there into any of the unit or any girl, whichever is there into a juggi, वहां तक सभी लोगों को, when we take this action, only then we can make and get our place back, which is important. Second thing, if you see the girls, अभी हमारा just वो चाइल्ड मोर्टेलिटी के ऊपर गर्ल्स का जो नुक्कड़ नाटक हुआ लास्ट वाला, बहुत अच्छा था, वेरी वेरी नाइसली पुट इन, स्टेप बाय स्टेप, डेट वाइज, टाइमलाइन के साथ में, इट वाज वेरी नाइसली पुट इन. लेकिन why are we not considering this as girls as an asset? It's very important that we start considering them as assets, because one thing, a girl with beautiful dreams can start becoming a woman with vision. It's very important हम अपने बच्चियों को ही उस तरह से नर्चर करें कि वो दूर का सोचे और अपने बारे में सोचना शुरू करे. And when a female thinks for her own self, she is also thinking for her family. Not only just her own family, her in-laws, everything. When you educate a girl, when you educate a female, you are actually educating and empowering the community. This is very simple that we keep on speaking about it. It is heard many times. हमने बहुत बार सुना है, हमने ये करना चाहिए, वो करना चाहिए, वो करना चाहिए. So is it necessary कि ये सारी चीजें सिर्फ हमें ही करनी है? Is it necessary कि हम ये सारी चीजें सिर्फ जो मेल पार्ट ऑफ द कम्युनिटी है उनके पास से मांग रहे हैं? What is it? We have to again identify. Himanshi took a very nice session, set the tone. राइट उसने पहले वहां से शुरू किया, फिर अपना बायस आइडेंटिफाई करें और फिर उसके लिए क्या एक्शन लेना है दैट आइडेंटिफाई करें. Every girl, every female is facing her own struggle in her own environment. Everyone is doing it. Even I am doing it. Any other girl who is listening me, she is doing it at her own level. You cannot have, हमारे पास में तो सिर्फ 2 हाथ है. Maximum you can hold is 2 तलवार in your hand and keep on fighting. मुझे ये नहीं चाहिए, मुझे वो नहीं चाहिए, मुझे वो नहीं चाहिए, right? But there are so many of them, so many issues which are there. The girl spoke about it. The street play spoke about it. So many issues we are having within our society. Can we manage and handle all of them? No, we cannot. We are not superpowers. Yes, we do have it internally, but girls should choose your issues that they are facing and deal them one after the other. Take action towards them, deal them one after the other, and then go ahead. When I was small, यही सारी चीजें जो they are talking about कि girls ने क्यों नहीं करना चाहिए, क्या नहीं करना. So I always had this with my mama. बोलती थी कि ममा बोलती थी कि नहीं आप ये मत करो, वो मत करो. तो मैंने बोला कहाँ लिखा है? Is it written in any of the books? Is it written in any rules book? Is it written in any of the religious books that we follow? लड़कियों ने ये नहीं करना, लड़कियों ने वो नहीं करना. When you question, you ask this question to yourself. At the same time, you make that awareness to the society कि जो उनके साथ में हो रहा है वो गलत हो रहा है. That is important. Second thing, it's also gives all the privilege to the male folk who make a family, which is a beautiful setup into the communities. May it be nucleus family, may it be joint families, where male and female both have their own responsibilities to play and roles to play. So when a father or when an elderly male generation is educated, he knows what he is doing. And when he or he nurtures a female, a girl, a daughter in the house, she has a completely different avenue. She can make things much more better for her people around because she has not gone through that biasness, which is important. So a girl who has got a very strong father, a very strong male figure behind her, she can conquer the whole world. At the same time, the girl has to be given those wings to fly high, to make a beautiful, beautiful sky of her own. अभी ये सारी चीजें तो हमने बहुत बोली, बहुत सुना, बहुत सारी चीजें कर ली, इतने सालों से हम कर रहे हैं। अगर आप हिस्ट्री देखें कि इंटरनेशनल वुमेन्स डे कब शुरू हुआ, किसने शुरू किया, कितना स्ट्रगल हुआ, कितने औरतें आए रास्ते पर, एंड देन दे आस्क फॉर आवर राइट्स, एंड दैट इज व्हेन वी हैव गॉट इट. बट as an individual, I would really request all the members who are watching this webinar on Zoom or on YouTube to make that one commitment that yes, we will make a difference for that girl, irrespective whether that girl is your own blood or no. We will just make a better place for that girl, for that female. हम उसको ज्यादा सर पे चढ़ा नहीं सकते, लेकिन उसके पैर, लेग पुलिंग तो एटलीस्ट वी शुड नॉट डू. This is what commitment I really expect from this group who is made themselves available. It's all depending on your own individual, what you want to commit for this day and the society to be much better. Then comes, I have also been given the duty by Devashish to announce the results for the elocution competition and Nukkad Natak stage play. Yes, Devashish?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So, is everyone excited? Let me see in your chat box. I can only see Charmin. Yes, I would really like to say thank you to Charmin, because Charmin is one of our very young girl who is globally presenting India at many, many, many different places. As a youth reporter, as a change maker. और ये सब क्यों हुआ? We can proudly and boldly say that Charmin is BSG member. Why? Because we have given her those wings to fly. और कैसे उड़ना है, कितनी ऊंचाई तक उड़ना है, that is her own caliber which will be there. But when we make that setting, when we make that opportunity for the girls, then we just be very proud parents and we'll say कि हाँ ये हमारी बच्ची है. With same, I really request all the girls to have the same feeling and same free atmosphere to grow. And the results that we have, I will have to share my screen. Yes, I can share. Can you guys see me?
Yes, ma'am.
So the results for elocution competition, any guesses? Can I see them in the chat box? If there are any guesses? No guesses? Okay. There is some problem. Oh, there is some problem with my screen, I think. Thank you, Madhushree. So the third prize for national level elocution competition goes to Gauri. Congratulations, Gauri, from Karnataka. She is one of our members who was also prepared to learn, prepared to lead a seminar. Yes, I'm looking forward for you to be one of the leads in Karnataka. Maybe after Charmin, we should speak more about you. Let me see you on the global canvas for India.
Sure, ma'am. Sure. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunities.
Second prize, second winner is Shayantani Nandi from Northeastern Frontier Railway. Yes, Shayantini, you were very nice. You very nicely spoke. That's okay, even if you did not be in your theme of green. हिमांशी ने हमको सबको green पहना दिया आज. Thank you. And the final winner is anyone? Any guesses? Yes, and the third The first winner is ये Harsha, right? Harsha Suresh from Kerala. Harsha, your voice fluctuation and your topic was very clear on what we wanted. I just look forward for more and more representation from your end, and do some action now. We have done the words. Now it's time for action. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And next competition was Nukkad Natak. Yes. So the Nukkad Natak competition, the third winner is Army Public School, Jammu and Kashmir. The very first street play that we just saw. Then we have the second is Shahid Hemu Kalani Open Rover Crew. See, it is not only just the girls who are talking about gender equality, it is also the boys, the crew member is talking about gender equality. And the final winner is right, Nandini Guide Company, Odisha. The last one where we talked about female feticide. Congratulations to all the members, and thank you very much for making yourself available and participating into this competition. Yes, there are so many congratulations coming up.
सभी विजेताओं को ढेर सारी बधाई।
नीतू जी, आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा।
सभी विजेताओं को ढेर सारी बधाइयाँ। धन्यवाद मैम, आपकी बातों से प्रेरणा मिली और अपने आने वाले जीवन में इसका भरपूर उपयोग करेंगे। अब मैं बुलाती हूँ मिस भाग्यश्री मैम, हर वर्ल्ड हर वॉइस प्रोजेक्ट कोऑर्डिनेटर, एआरटी गाइड, तो आए वो अपनी कविता शेयर करें।
क्यों इस दुनिया की भीड़ में अक्सर बिखर जाती हूँ, क्यों इस दुनिया की भीड़ में अक्सर बिखर जाती हूँ, क्यों इतनी स्ट्रांग होकर भी मैं अक्सर डर जाती हूँ, क्यों अचानक चलते चलते लगता है कहीं नजरें घूर रही है, क्यों मुड़कर देखती हूँ और सन्नाटा भी झिंझोड़ देता है। अरे लड़की हूँ, कोई शोपीस नहीं, यूं घूरना बंद करो, टांगे है हर किसी की तरह, यूं जज करना बंद करो। सिर्फ किचन में खाना बनाना ही नहीं आता, प्रेजेंटेशन भी सॉलिड देती हूँ। अरे कभी पूछ कर तो देखो अंदर से क्या महसूस करती हूँ। हाँ शायद ज्यादा रोती हूँ, हाँ शायद ज्यादा रोती हूँ, ज्यादा एक्सप्रेसिव हूँ, ज्यादा इमोशनल हूँ, बट ये वीकनेस नहीं, स्ट्रेंथ है। हर किसी के बस की बात नहीं। क्यों बचपन से ही खिलौनों के नाम पर किचन के बर्तन थमाए जाते हैं, क्यों बचपन से ही खिलौनों के नाम पर किचन के बर्तन थमाए जाते हैं, क्यों फरारी और बाइक बॉय के टॉय मॉडल भाई के पास ही जाते हैं, क्यों फरारी और बाइक के टॉय मॉडल भाई के पास ही जाते हैं। स्टीयरिंग तो दो हाथ में दुनिया घुमा सकती हूँ, स्टीयरिंग तो दो हाथ में दुनिया घुमा सकती हूँ, बाइक क्या चीज है, हवाई जहाज उड़ा सकती हूँ। एजुकेशन मेरी भी उतनी इंपॉर्टेंट है जितनी कि तुम्हारे बेटे की इस समाज में। एजुकेशन मेरी भी उतनी ही इंपॉर्टेंट है जितनी कि तुम्हारी बेटे की इस समाज में। स्पेशल राइट्स का टैग लगाकर तो उसे भी नहीं भेजा था भगवान ने, स्पेशल राइट का टैग लगाकर तो उसे भी नहीं था भेजा भगवान ने। अगर तुम्हारा नाम वो आगे बढ़ाता है तो बदनाम मुझसे कैसे होते हो। अगर तुम्हारा नाम वो आगे बढ़ाता है तो बदनाम मुझसे कैसे होते हो। अगर पराया धन ही समझा है तो क्यों इतना रोकते हो। क्यों बचपन से ही मन में ये डर डाल दिया जाता है, घर से मत निकलो, बाहर अकेले में 10 बार समझाया जाता है। पर गलत तो नहीं, वो भी तो माँ बाप है। बाहर निर्भया और उन्नाव जैसे हालात है। मत जकड़ो जंजीरों में, एक खुला आसमान हमें भी दो। मत जकड़ो जंजीरों में, हमें खुला आसमान दे दो। चैन की सांस ले सके ऐसा जहान भी दे दो। बंद करो हाइप करना कि मुझ में बस एक बॉडी पार्ट है। बंद करो हाइप करना कि मुझ में बस बॉडी पार्ट है। कोई मूर्त नहीं हूं मैं, मेरे अंदर भी जज्बात है। कोई मूर्त नहीं हूं मैं, मेरे अंदर भी जज्बात है। काश काश एक दिन मैं भी वो चैन की सांस ले सकूं। आज न्यूज में ऐसी कोई हेडलाइंस नहीं, वो एहसास ले सकूं। लड़की समझ पर मुझ पे कोई एहसान मत करना। लड़की समझ पर मुझ पर कोई एहसान मत करना। एक ताबिश हूं मैं, मुझको कमजोर न समझना। एक ताबिश हूं मैं, मुझको कमजोर न समझना। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was such a stimulating poem. You made us energetic with this poem. Now, I invite Honorable Miss Bimla Meghwal, ma'am, Vice President, the Bharat Scouts and Guide, to share the closing remark. Please, ma'am. I request our Vice President, Miss Bimla Meghwal, ma'am, to share the closing remark. I think ma'am has some network issue, I guess. Okay, so let ma'am connect, let wait for a few minutes. Ma'am will be joining with us soon. Till then, I request our participants to share their views in the chat box. Now, we also want some feedback from our chat box, from our participant in the chat box too.
Even if anybody wants to speak anything, they can raise their hand. We'll be happy to unmute you and hear your thoughts.
Okay. So Tanu Chaudhary says it was a great meeting. Yes, of course, Tanu. Nainital, Uttarakhand to everyone. Do you have to fill any feedback form? No, Nainital. Anyone else speak? I want to speak about anything about gender biases or their views. Thank you so much, ma'am. I request our participants to share their views, what they feel, what are your views regarding our session, regarding gender bias. It was an excellent webinar. Okay, congratulations to all winners. Yes, congratulations to them. If our youth speaker with us, we also want to hear from them. Sayantini, Harsha, Gauri. After your result, what you feel like if you want to share with us? Harsha, Gauri, Sayantini, anyone want to share?
Program was really nice and it really did a great of effort, and I can see that all the judges, even everyone, Miss Darshana, ma'am, everyone's speech was so motivating and inspirational. I was like wanting more from them, And gender bias is like the current discussion, which is being very much talked everywhere. So I think it was very nice for you to conduct such a program that made many students involved in it, and I was very happy that I could be a part of it. I'm really happy for everyone, and the host, Mr. Dabash Manti, and ma'am, Himanshi ma'am, everyone, they were really good, and the way of their speaking, their classes were wonderful. I want to thank everyone, Saraswati ma'am, Nitu ma'am, Arnima ma'am, and Miss Nachama ma'am, everyone. I'm really happy. I really want to do more and to have more from Bharat Scout and Guides. I'm really happy. And I really want to thank all the parents here and the coming parents that don't clip the wings of your girl child and let her fly. Like Malala once said, thanks to my parents for not clipping my wings and letting me fly. I want all the coming parents to be like that. Let the girl child grow. Let her take down or change whatever she wants to do in her life. Let her be the star. I really want every girl to come out and yeah, her voice should be heard. That's all. I'm really proud to be a part of Bharat Scout and Guides. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Harsha. Now, I would like to invite on screen Ms. Madhusri K.S., BSG DSG SubSmart 2.0 Project Coordinator, to deliver vote of thanks. Madhusri, over to you.
Thank you so much, Debashish. And it is a
very
very nice.
Vimla ma'am has joined.
Yes.
Vimla ma'am has rejoined. Yeah.
Now I request Vimla Meghbal ma'am to give her final remarks. Ma'am, please.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone, and very congratulations on the International Women's Day. And as like said by the earlier speakers, that there is a need to create spark, or like there is a need to disseminate the message among the females only, that they must change their thoughts. But like as said by the Darshana ma'am also, like हम अपने अभी तक कोकून में ही हैं, उस कोकून से हम निकलने की कोशिश नहीं करते हैं. और ऐसा like you won't find a person there like in either in a family or in a society जो आपका हाथ पकड़ के आपको लाएगा. Like there is a need to have courage in yourself only. और जहाँ तक discrimination की बात है, that discrimination starts from the family only. And like as like we all know, there is a difference between the sex and gender, and the sex is defined by the birth, while gender is defined by the work delegated to them. So there is like nothing like इस तरह का कोई भी काम नहीं है जो it is like purely meant for the female or for the male person. Anyone can do any kind of work. One thing here I I would like to mention that we must love ourselves. Okay, so like we are the favorite of ourselves, even in the family also. जब हम जैसे बीमार होते हैं या तो हमें उतनी केयर या अटेंशन भी like हमको नहीं मिलती है, जबकि फैमिली मेंबर्स और कोई बीमार होते हैं तो जो भी केयर उनको मिलनी होती है, तो फीमेल्स जो हैं they extend like at their best what they can do for the family members. तो उसके लिए कहने का मतलब ये है कि हमें अपने लिए थोड़ा सा टाइम स्पेयर करने की जरूरत है, हमें अपने आप को खुद के लिए फेवरेट होना है. तो हम जो भी एक्टिविटीज करते हैं उसमें हमको like there's no need of like using the filter. Okay, so whether we are putting our photograph to some platform, or whether we are like doing any kind of activities in front of the like mass or in the family, so there is no need of using a filter. हम जैसे हैं वैसे हमको accept कर लीजिए. And जहाँ तक एम्पावरमेंट की जो बात आती है, हम वी आर एम्पावरिंग आवरसेल्फ बाय अपैरल्स ओनली। ओके, सो इन द सेंस कि हमको जो इच्छा होती है हम वो चीज पहनते हैं, लेकिन हमारी जो थॉट प्रोसेस है जहां से कि हमको एम्पावर होना है, वहां से हम अभी तक एम्पावर नहीं हो पा रहे हैं। ऑल्दो कई बार ऐसी सिचुएशंस आती हैं जहां पर कि हमको डिसीजंस लेने होते हैं, लेकिन हम डिसीजन इसलिए नहीं ले पाते क्योंकि हमारे सामने ऐसी कभी सिचुएशंस जो होती है वो नहीं रखी जाती। हम ऑलवेज हमको क्या, हम बैगर की तरह रहते हैं, बैगिंग करते हैं कि अच्छा कैन वी टेक दिस काइंड ऑफ डिसीजन, वी नीड समवन बी एंडोर्स आवर डिसीजन। यानी हमने जो निर्णय लिया है उसको अगर कोई एंडोर्स करता है, उसको कोई अगर सपोर्ट करता है, तो हमें लगता है कि हमने सही किया है। लेकिन here I would like to mention one thing also. There is a biological differences are there. It is universal truth. No one can change this truth. And due to this biological differences, working office place or working places, people females, they experience so many biasness in the working area, as well as delegation of the works. They always keep on talking this kind of work, that okay, this female, she cannot do she cannot do this kind of work, or ya fir are aisa work unko mat dijiye. And one more thing, if since females carry the babies in her womb also, so in some private sectors, they don't allow, or they don't select such people, such females who are carrying a baby. So they think it will suffer their company or their work. So there are so many sufferings still, females are they are come across with in their daily life. हम फीमेल की हम बात करते हैं एम्पावर होने की, तो जो महिलाएं हैं वो एम्पावर होना चाहती हैं, उन्होंने अपने आप को चेंज भी किया है, लेकिन जो हम भी बोल रहे हैं कि हाफ सेक्शन ऑफ द सोसाइटी की जो हम बात करते हैं, मेल मेंबर्स को हमें अभी चेंज करने की बहुत ज्यादा जरूरत होती है। तो सिंस हम एज वी इफ यू ऑब्जर्व in the banner of the International Women's Day, there are you will find three kind of colors over there. One is that is pink, or either a purple color, which denotes we must reduce the biasness, and they must female they are struggling for their identity, means their dignity should be maintained over there. And white color always refers to the purity, since we all are struggling, or we are struggling to for the empowerment with pure heart. So जब भी हम कुछ अच्छे दिल से, अच्छी सोच के साथ आगे बढ़ते हैं, with positive thoughts, so definitely we get the we fulfill our aims, or we get the what we want. And the third color, that is the green color, which denotes the hope. यानी हम सब आशावान हैं कि फ्यूचर में हमें ऐसा दिन मनाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, और जो हम बायसनेस की बात करते हैं या ब्रेक द साइलेंस की बात करते हैं, तो वो हमें अभी स्टिल बहुत ज्यादा जरूरत है। और here I would submit with these two lines, I would like to speak here. This is कि तू बोलेगी, मुंह खोलेगी, तभी तो जमाना बदलेगा. So there is need to speak. जो भी आप चाहते हैं उसे हमें बताने की जरूरत है. So thanks a lot and for providing me this opportunity. Thank you.
धन्यवाद मैम, हम आपके बात से बहुत प्रेरित हुए, और हम आशा करते हैं हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट भी आप इन बातों से कुछ सीखे, और आज से ही वो इन बातों को फॉलो करना शुरू करें, और आके अपनी आगे की जिंदगी में वो एक बदलाव ला सके. So now I request Madhusri to deliver the vote of thanks. Madhusri.
Thank you, Debashish, and thank you, Vimla Meghwal ma'am. Yes, so first of all, I would like to thank everyone for joining this. And yes, this is a wonderful webinar to show everyone that we are also saying yes to break the bias. And first of all, I would like to thank Mr. M.A. Khalid, sir, who is our additional Chief National Commissioner. Because of some network issues, he couldn't make it and he couldn't join us. But he sends his blessings to you all and all of us. And next, I would like to extend my thanks to Ms. Vimla Meghwal ma'am for blessing all of us and sharing her thoughts about the biases, what is happening in the present world. And I would like my heartfelt thanks to Ms. Darshana Pavaskar, Joint Director of Guides, Bharat Scouts and Guides, for supporting all of us at the back end and sharing her views of to conduct this wonderful webinar. And this is really impressive and very helpful for the young girls and boys also, to make sure that they break the bias and they plant a new seed which says stop the biases in the society. And my special thanks to Miss Emin Machama ma'am for her warm welcome to all of us at the beginning of the webinar, and throughout the webinar she was with us. Thank you so much, ma'am. And a great salute to Ms. Himanshi Tomar, Country Project Manager of Her World, Her Voice, and her team, because before few days I have I'm with her and I have seen all her works and her team works. So without you all, we have not even think of this webinar. And at last, I would like to thank all of our attendees and our panelist members who are present here. And thank you so much for coming and start breaking the biases around you and start from your home. And thank you everyone again.
So thank you, Madhusri, for being one woman army IT person with us. We really appreciate your efforts. So thank you. Before we all take a leap from this event, let us promise to ourselves to empower girls and women in your locality and in your community. Women to become leaders and to learn to stand up for themselves and never miss out to stand up for yourself first. We all meet again in this journey of empowerment. So thank you everyone. अभी मैं सबको रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं कि अपना वीडियो ऑन करें और ब्रेक द बायस की पोस्ट के साथ हम एक स्क्रीनशॉट लें। सभी अपना वीडियो ऑन करें। एक छोटी सी बात, मतलब एक काम ही करना है, बस बेस्ट बायस पोस्ट पे एक फोटो लेना है क्योंकि मेमोरी रहेगा हमारे साथ। Himanshi ma'am?
Yes, Devashish. I would request Ms. Kanchan and Dr. Vimla as well to please pose and break the bias pose. So everyone, 1, 2, 3, and cheese. Now I would request Madhu to also join us in, and please have the pose. I would request everyone once again. And 1, 2, 3, this time paneer. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Over to you, Devashish.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
I, Devashish Mohanty.
I am Neetu Nirmal Bakshi. Sign out.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
You all can take a leap from now.